Well, Merry Christmas, Mike, Rob, and Josh. May your holiday be filled with all the peace, love, and warmth of the season. And maybe, just maybe, a little snow on Christmas morning.
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Well, what have we here?
It's a podcast.
Fine.
And what excitement we have today.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara and Rob Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Hi.
Hey.
Some of it really fine.
Mike, a lot of it's really marvelous, really fine.
Last week when Josh was a little under the weather, I grabbed a couple of pieces of video. Josh, I did send you a couple of things.
I do.
This morning because Rob enjoyed these, and then it turned out that our listeners really loved them as well.
Yeah.
In fact, somebody sent me one, and this is they can be called Elvis shreds. They can be called Elvis without music.
Yeah.
I am addicted to them. And I have two for you today that you will enjoy.
I love it. Thank you.
I know this one, and I think I agree, this may have been the best Elvis without music that we've seen in a long time. So to get you started during your holiday season for a little chuckle, if you happen to be watching us on video today.
Mike, hold on 1 second. They're saying in the chat room they're not getting audio. Are we okay? We got 4 or 5 people saying that they're not getting audio on this.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, let's double check then.
Yeah.
Let me take a look at that. Never heard of that issue.
That's
so
the live. That's the live people, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
We are recording.
We are.
Buddy Rich has a live album where I memorized what he said. We are recording. We have been recording, but we're recording for tonight and the next 2 nights. So if you don't like what you did last night, come back and re-record with us tomorrow. Hey, that's Buddy.
Groovy.
Buddy,
was that Buddy Rich in a turtleneck with a medallion era?
That is a long era when he was wearing it. I think he goes, we are recording. We have been recording, but we're recording all night tonight and tomorrow night. So if you don't like what you did tonight, come back and re-record with us tomorrow. Hey, come on.
Yeah, groovy. Let's get back on the bus and have a J.
That's Buddy Rich, probably 1968. That's how great that recording is.
Was that
at the Shea in California, Swinging New Big Band.
That's great. That's what when
probably
I was
the best album he's ever done.
When I was an intern, you challenged me to find that album for you.
Oh God! And you
a million years, but you've got it on CD now, right?
Yeah, I've got it
on compact disc, like all us old men have.
Everything's digital. So is the audio okay with people? Can we communicate?
We will find
with
out
them?
in a moment. I just restarted the YouTube and the Facebook and all that.
All right, but we're still recording to the stream,
yeah, we're
right?
still recording, and the backup recordings go in. So
okay,
let's
see.
No sound. Rob is in heaven. Why is Rob in heaven?
Because it's like a silent movie. These are funny people, Mike.
None for me either. That's,
well, those are all
820.
Those are old.
Old.
Those are old. All right.
And let's see. I'm going on my phone.
Would you like something to fill the time, Mike?
Yeah.
Just a little something.
Still no audio. What's going on?
Here we go. Mike, this will fix it. I'm pretty sure. In 3, 2, and...
There's more coming up with Vertical Plaid, Daniel Rodriguez, The Color Purple, and Bob Zaney, so stick around.
Rob, you want to tell the people commenting that we're working on it?
Hey, everybody, we're working on it. Oh, you mean in the chat room?
Yeah, they're not going to hear that.
I was having
Smokey,
to speak
you
up.
moron. If you're having
Mike,
trouble
tell the
hearing
story of
music,
Smokey. This is great.
All right, so we were having trouble with our signal at WAVA.
Man.
And Smokey decided that he would cut a promo that said, if you're having trouble listening to that, well, if you're having trouble, why is the promo going out over the area? But we didn't have email back then. So,
no. But we had, you know what we did have? Peppered vodka.
I am
Yeah.
I am seeing other shows are having the same problem this morning with StreamYard.
Really?
Yeah. So we are going to turn off the stream and just have to record, and then we can put out the video later today.
Okay.
All right. I will say as much.
Yeah, go ahead and say that, and then I'll cut it out.
Okay.
All right. Well, that's a shame, StreamYard.
Yeah. That's a new
finicky
issue.
technology. little finicky. StreamYard's a little finicky occasionally, but that's all right. We'll deal with it. We'll do a workaround.
Yeah.
And then when we get that, what are you typing? Like an hour-long message to people? All right. Our stream provider is having some issues this AM. Not just us. Audio will be available on the recording. Do you really type that slowly?
I do, Mike. As a matter of fact, I do. You can hear it.
Click, click.
Do you know what is really great is I got a contract. I know you do some voiceover stuff. I got a contract from Comcast where they recorded me typing that they play on their AI. That's my typing.
No, those are quick.
But they're fake.
All right.
There we go.
Rats. Okay. All right. Message delivered, and that's it. I'll get out of that. And
all right, and we are still recording, just not streaming at the moment.
all right. We are recording. We have been recording for the past 2 nights, but we're on all night tonight.
Stick around.
If you can find that, if that is some within the next 24 hours, it might be fun to play that because I do. I literally I listen to it so much on the live recorded in Los Angeles of Buddy Rich that he comes on. No, you can make noise because we are recording. I have to find it.
Where what song is he? What is it adjacent to on the album?
Norwegian Wood.
That, you know what? I've heard that, and that is an ill-chosen song for Buddy Rich's Turtleneck to do because it's a downbeat
that is
record.
so wrong. It's a beautiful, beautiful version of it. It's actually one of the most amazing arrangements ever recorded that Buddy Rich did, but you don't like it because it's your sacred cow Beatles.
Yeah,
that's
and
what it is.
Mike,
you don't like it?
It just doesn't seem suited to him, to me. I mean, and maybe I haven't heard it in years. That was my thought when I had it.
I love it.
Now, here's something about that song that makes me appear silly and stupid. You know that the Norwegian Wood has a parenthetical after the title. It says, "This bird has flown."
Has flown, yeah. Right.
Yeah. And for years and years, and God knows I've listened to a lot of Beatles records, I thought in the song they say, "Whispered the phone," but it's "This bird has flown."
Really? That's what you thought?
Yeah, I said, "I was alone, whispered the phone." And I just thought, that's some of John Lennon's weird imagery. And then it turned out, no, it's in the title, you idiot.
Well, there was a period of time with the Beatles where this back in the album days where you played on the regular where it's like, "I buried Paul." They would put Easter
secret
eggs
messages,
in their albums for people. And
then for years deny that they did it.
Right.
At the end, he says, "I buried Paul" at the end of...
it's Big Swing Face, I think. I'm not sure, but let me see. Let me see if I've got... Nope, that's not it. No.
But at the end of Strawberry Fields, you can hear, "I buried Paul."
Oh.
And then for years after, they said, no, we're saying cranberry sauce.
Got it.
You have nailed it.
No, you can make noise because we are recording all night. We have been recording for the past 2 nights. We'll be recording all night tonight and tomorrow night. So if you don't like what you did tonight, come on back and re-record with us tomorrow. Okay?
This is my idol, Josh Soroka, right here.
I understand.
And this is the song Rob doesn't believe Buddy should play.
Well, no, I just think it's ill-suited is all.
Here we go. Buddy Rich, Norwegian Wood, from the album Big Swing Face.
It's got a good marching band quality to it.
Oh, F you. We're not playing it anymore. You don't deserve to hear it.
Mike, you know what, though? I did get for you many years ago. You challenged me to find that. I didn't find, but I brought you Sammy Davis Jr., The Sounds of 66, that has Buddy Rich's band on it, which is a great album.
Was that at the Sands Hotel?
It would seem like it should be because Sammy played the Sands, but I can't verify
Sammy's
that.
recording at the Sands. Like you recorded it on a tiny little reel-to-reel in somebody's bathroom.
Yeah.
But getting back to the beginning of the show before we got sidetracked with the audio issues, last week Rob enjoyed this, and our listeners really enjoyed it. And somebody sent me one that said, "This is the best one I've ever." I have to agree.
Okay.
Elvis without music. Play the Elvis clip for Rob Spiewak right now. I think he's going to win.
Okay, this is from Viva Las Vegas.
Got a whole lot of fun. Spread. There's a thousand pretty women waiting up there, and they're all living. And I just did the love stairs. Hey, bro.
I think those
That's
are
great.
spectacular, but we can't confine it to Elvis because there's a great one from the Rolling Stones.
A great one.
A great one. Tell me what you think of
Okay.
the Rolling Stones without music.
Oh, start me up. Just the sound of Mick's feet on the ground.
Listen up.
You know what's amazing about this? Is even in this silly setting, Charlie Watts still looks cool.
Yeah.
The clapping?
It's so effing. I know they've been around for a while, folks.
Yeah.
But this is just the Rolling Stones without music.
No music.
Oh. I friggin' love it. All right, that's enough. That's enough. You can enjoy it on your own. That is just fun.
You know,
That
one
is
a
just
listener
pure fun.
sent me one. Josh, could you do a quick search to see if it comes up easy? It's the David Bowie and Mick Jagger singing "Dancing in the Streets" with no audio or no.
Well,
music.
that's a long haul to do that. Let's do that on
All
your
right,
own time.
we'll do that.
We got,
Okay,
we
very
got a
good.
show to do. So, yeah, it's tough to find that on the fly. He'll find it, though, because he's obsessive compulsive that way.
Yeah.
He'll
I've
find
got it
that
right
one.
here.
Oh, you do? See how quick he is?
He's the best.
Fantastic.
He's
It's
the
just
best.
downloaded.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know, they've been around for a while, but it requires effort to put those things together.
And
they
finding
are-
the right clip. The thing about the Elvis is the half-assed Elvis impersonation singing lightly. I like
Yes.
that. Yeah, I think that's very,
it
very
works.
good.
It works,
Here is
ladies and gentlemen.
Dancing in the Street.
Okay,
This is another good one. You remember this from Live Aid, of course. So he's breathing hard because he's running in place.
Calling out around the world, getting ready for a brand new baby. Was here and the talk is right. People dancing in the street. Dancing in New Orleans, in New York City.
Oh, okay. We get
Okay,
it.
that's
We get
enough,
it. That's
but
awesome.
it's
Oh, my
good
God.
fun.
I could
Good
watch those
fun.
all day long. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hi, Mike.
Everybody. Glad to have you along on a very beautiful Tuesday. I got, as I mentioned before at the beginning of the show, got some great news that my daughter, my middle child, will be coming to join us after the Christmas holiday for New Year's Eve, and I am so excited for that. It changes what is literally my least favorite holiday of the year, New Year's Eve. Cannot stand it. And turning it
I know
into
you've
something
always
special.
called it Amateur's Night.
Amateur night. Amateur
But-
night, yeah, absolutely.
but
So
what
is
do-
St. Patrick's Day.
What is there anything about it that you like? Have you ever had a great New Year's Eve? A great one?
No, I don't think I have. I don't like I don't like the forced nature of it where you're expected to party.
Yeah.
I've never been really, as much as I love a cocktail and
Yeah.
I love partying and I
Yeah.
love being around people and partying, I don't know if I've ever been into the big event where, whether it be a sporting event, whether it be a concert or
Oh, you're the worst at
clubbing.
concerts. I
don't
mean, I don't
like
mean
it.
that in a bad way, but you are. You leave after the first song.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. So that the New Year's Eve is just everybody shoulder to shoulder, with the, and it's just I don't know. I know that people. I'll give you my idea of hell.
Okay.
My idea: if I die and there is a hell and I'm going to hell, you
Right.
drop me down into a 6-degree temperature Times Square, people waiting for the ball drop with no facilities
and no
where they
alcohol
can't piss.
allowed.
And people are pissing in their pants there.
Of course
'cause they've
they
been
are.
there for 8 hours,
Mhm.
and it's just nastiness.
Yeah.
I've never, and it's look at me, and all they want to do. It's the same thing with the people that go out to see the Today Show in New York, and they
You're
go
right.
out there, and they're standing there waiting in bitter cold weather.
I can't believe we never did that when we were up there. We should have done that at least once.
I did it with my daughters.
Oh, did you?
But
I did not know that.
But they didn't stay because they didn't want to. And I thought how evolved they were. It's the same thing. No, this is going to offend you. I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. I can
it's
take
the same thing where they would go to Universal Studios and we'd go in for 2.5 hours and we'd split because
Right.
they'd get bored because they hated the whole scene.
You see, Mike, that's not getting your money's worth.
I know, but that's where I think that's at the core of why you stay.
Yeah.
Because you want to get your every nickel
Every
out of
nickel
being in the
yeah,
the
but
park.
also
get
I
that.
do enjoy it. I wouldn't do it if I didn't love it. So I like the theme park thing, but
the kids they what's that?
Yeah,
As
not
long as
Hershey.
It's not Hershey.
Yeah, may
Hershey
that
will
place
throw
burn
that
to
money
the
away
ground.
get out.
By the way, I have to give a shout out to our friend, and I think it's okay if I mention her first name, Christy, whose son is one of Michael's best friends, and they have offered, and we have agreed, that they will be taking my son along with his buddy Finn up to Universal Studios.
Oh, that's
I
pretty
think
great.
It's about the greatest thing in the whole world. I remember Carla said, so they're going to Universal. They want to know if it's okay to take my Yes.
Is it like
Yes,
an overnight trip
immediately.
or a day trip?
I think it's an overnight. I think it's
That's
an overnight
awesome.
trip.
We had a family.
But I don't know.
We had a family that was a big Disney family, like a pin trading Disney family that would go to Disney World all the time. And 2 or 3 times they took Julia, and they just wanted, to have a playmate for their daughter.
Yeah, you want to have the friend going along, which makes
and
it a
if you're
totally
the friend's
better
parents,
experience.
it's like a magical gift. You're very, 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 very lucky.
I am so grateful for that. So anyway,
So you can stay and puke at home.
I'll never go again.
I
will never set
but
foot.
that was Disney, though.
That was Guardians of the Galaxy. What's it called?
Oh, it's the
Guardians-
worst.
It's
Yeah.
it was horrible.
Rewind coaster or something like that.
It's a rewind coaster, whatever, where it's dark and vomit ensued.
Yeah, what you should ride, Mike, are the teacups.
Yeah.
No, that's the second
It's
worst.
the same motion. Goes all the way back to the octopus at the Grange Fair in Glastonbury, Connecticut, where my sister, when I was 5 years old, got me to go on this ride and said, it's not scary, it's not scary. They put the bar across us, and she goes, it's really scary. And I went, woo! And
That's when you and Kathy were 35 and 39 years old.
no, so it's one of the very early examples of the routine torture. The latest being, as she is now north of 70 and I am 65, that she has indicated, and I think about it every day, that my new puppy dog, Stubby
Yes.
Potato,
Yes.
is not a Boston Terrier. That he's
Mike, he
actually
is.
a pit bull.
He is.
Rob,
Oh.
this dog does not look like a classic Boston Terrier.
She put that in your head just to torment you.
She
Yeah.
did. But it works.
You're
and
all, no matter how
congratulations.
old you get, you will always be siblings, and she will always screw with you. That dog
That is
what he
why
claims to
when
be.
Kathy and Paul come to visit and we are there with them alone, we have a phenomenal time. As soon as you introduce other people to the equation, it all goes south. And I am the little brother to be tortured
Yep.
and mocked and whispered about, and that's normal. That is at least it was normal. It was normal in my family. That's the way. But getting back to Stubby Potato,
My family always treated me as an equal, Josh.
that's wonderful because you were an only
Right,
child
only child.
That's right.
from
I
a
was.
broken home.
Mike, I don't know if I've mentioned this on the show lately, but when I was in 2nd grade, my parents divorced, and I grew up in a broken home.
And you were traded back and forth like a trading card
Yes.
between the mother's home and the father's home. Right?
And they always complained. They said, when I gave this boy to you, he was in mint condition.
yeah, do you blame yourself for their split? Do you blame
Absolutely.
yourself? You do.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was born out of wedlock, conceived in a drive-in movie theater.
So technically,
no one
you
wants
were a
that
bastard?
surprise. Mike, still am.
But doesn't that change when the parents get married? And they did get married.
No, Mike, you can never really shake the aroma of bastard once
I've
it's
never
been
had
handed
this
to you.
discussion. This is the great thing about this show. How many years? 35?
Together, you and I, 34 in April, I think.
34 years.
Yeah. No, 33 in April, forgive me. Anytime you pass 30, it's pretty remarkable, I think.
Over 30 years, because if it's under 30, if it's 33 or under, you say over 30 years. That's how I do it.
Yeah.
And we still come into this studio, and I still am able to discover new things about you.
Well, we have a long list of
We've never
things-
had a bastard discussion.
Mike, we have a long list of stuff we've prepared, all three of us, stuff we want to talk about, and we are now 20 minutes into the program. We haven't touched on any of them. But yes,
because you just said that you were a bastard.
Yeah,
this is
I
more
am.
interesting.
Yeah, I think it is. Here's how I can tell the story. My folks, my mom a little older than my dad, not much, not like a Mrs. Robinson situation, but they were dating in high school. Good-looking couple. If you look back up pictures of them, my dad was handsome, my mom
What was
lovely.
the age difference between the two?
Like 6 or 7 months. They're still, they were still in the same class, like the class of 69.
Why don't you call me when you have no class?
So they were dating, and it was the summer of 1970, and there was a drive-in movie theater in Falls Church. And I've not been able to determine what movie they saw that night, but I do
thought
know
they were at a Halloween dance.
What? No.
With a famous artist. I thought they were. I really do.
I remember that.
Reba McEntire. Happy Halloween. Ooh.
Mike, in 1969, Reba was only 40. So
This is true. Yeah.
So they went to a drive-in theater. I don't know what was showing. I tried to determine what it was, and obviously they didn't know what was showing that night because that was the night I was conceived. And it was very ugly. It was a long summer for my father because my Uncle Bruce, my late Uncle Bruce, who he's been out to a couple of our Vegas shows when he was living, and
Very nice
he'd put speakers in the window of the beach house, and when my father was out in the street, he would play the song "Love Child" by the Supremes.
Oh my God! So he would torture his brother.
Yep.
He was the older brother.
Yeah, and the oldest brother of all. See, my father lost his dad when my father was a freshman in high school, I think. About there.
That.
And the oldest brother, Tommy, who's also dead now, and he would pull Bob aside and he says, you're never going to have fun another day the rest of your life.
Wow.
Which is another dick move.
Siblings always torment each other.
Siblings.
Siblings is the new best one. This show's got every element today. This show has every element today. Siblings. That's what it is.
My parents married in October of 1970, and there's pictures of the wedding. It was great. It was at St. John's, now St. John's the Beloved, but St. John's Catholic Church in McLean, Virginia.
It's really renamed St. John's the Beloved?
St. John the Beloved, yeah.
St. John the Beloved.
It's one of those modernish octagonal Catholic churches, but I don't think they were
we had
really.
that at Marist College when I saw the guy that I beat up the night before.
Oh, that's
When I
right.
left
That's
the
right.
Catholic Church.
Yeah. I don't think they were really sweating the details when a woman with child was accepted to be married on the altar of a Catholic church. Because I remember not many years later when my grandmother died, I had to lie about my Catholicism to just do a reading.
Everybody's been there. I shouldn't say everybody, but people have been there. I know what you're talking about. I mean, it's the whole Catholic thing.
So they married, and it was a lovely wedding, I'm told, and that was October. I was born the following March, the 8th of March, and they sort of stuck it out for a while. But
Did she ever talk about whether she had a baby bump when she was walking down the aisle?
I looked at the wedding pictures. No, she did not show.
Okay.
So because we strapped her down, Mike.
She was wearing Spanx.
Yeah, exactly.
And you were in there. And thus the misshapen head.
Yeah.
That's it.
Mike, I think
the elongated head. Look, ladies and gentlemen, take a look at that. That's it.
It is. And that's, the camera helps it. In real life, it's even worse. It looks like one of Bing's kids. So they stuck it out for a while, but I never really blamed them for splitting. They separated when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade and divorced when I was in 4th. But I never really blamed them in retrospect as I got older because I thought, who wants to get married at 19 and 20?
They're babies.
They're babies.
Babies having babies, Rob.
It's no good. And so that's how my home was broken. But fast forward, Mike, to 1995 or so, and I was in the production room at WJFK talking to Chris Madzik, or as you called him, Stimpy. And we had the same birthday, to the day. So we were talking about our birthdays, and I said, yeah, I was right at the beginning of my parents' marriage. They were married in October, and I kept doing the math, and I couldn't make October to March add up to 9 months. I kept thinking it through. I said, no, it just doesn't work. So I called my father, and I said,
well, hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Yeah.
You're talking about you're how old at this point?
24.
And that's the first time?
I started doing the math in my head, and I called my dad, and he said,
that's not totally. I mean, you are not.
You assume that, everything's right, don't you?
I don't know, because
in the matter of 2 months.
But I know you were a passive dude, so you don't sweat stuff. I mean, you really don't. You don't.
Well,
sweat
I mean,
stuff.
if someone,
I just don't know if you would ever. Did the subject? I mean, if you're 24, the subject had to come up on TV or something like that.
Well, I mean, of course it did, but I never assumed I was among that crowd. I just knew that my parents got married, and then they had a baby, because you know what? That's what you do. You get married and you have a baby.
All right.
I mean, on paper, it looks okay, except for the fact that a kid that would have been born 3 months premature still weighed nearly 9 pounds.
And they kept it from you.
They did. No, it never came up. And the whole family knew. It just never came up. And so I called my father.
You're a man. You're a grown man, and
a
they're still lying
man.
to you.
And no, they just never told me. That's not a lie. That's a lie by omission.
That's a lie by omission. Still a lie. And you are. The whole family knew?
Well, I mean, yes. I think once the wedding was announced and in such urgency, I think it was probably a rather hot topic.
Josh, you were
going to
say something. I'm sorry.
Well, I'm just trying to put myself in Rob's shoes, and I think
I am too.
I think I'm the same as Rob. I think I wouldn't have thought about it.
I might not have either. I don't think it's impossible to know what you would have done.
Because the math almost works out. It almost does. I mean, a summer wedding followed by a spring baby. It works unless it's the end of summer and the beginning of spring. That's when it gets a little dicey.
The thing about Rob, and one of the personality traits, he knows this, that drives me nuts about Rob is Rob's
physical beauty.
Your passivity, because I'm kind of the opposite. I get worked up about BS that I shouldn't get worked up about. Rob doesn't get. You have a nuclear explosion, and Rob would say, "Well, we'll have lunch first, and then we'll move out of the blood."
Mike, it probably has a lot to do. If you want to get deep, it probably has a lot to do with all the stuff I've been through.
So you're 24
with my family, yeah.
You call your father now.
I also
when
think,
you go
as
ahead.
a parent, it wouldn't come up. Like, I wouldn't think I need to tell my kids that.
I would agree with that.
So,
you noodle it through, as you're just saying. What jogged you to do it when you were at the radio station?
Because as I said, Stimpy and I had the exact same birthday, and we were talking about being born in March 8th of 1971. And I believe the course of the conversation was, and I came really early in my folks' marriage. And he said, when were they married? And I said, I think it was October 14th, I think. And then, no, it was an August wedding. Makes it even more close. So it was late August.
November, December, January, February.
All right, so if it was August and then
you're
March,
you're at the 7 months,
I
so it is
would
close.
never put two and two together.
Yeah, so it's pretty close.
That's different, though. So if it's October, it's different because that's 4 months.
Yeah.
So if it's August, you're right up at the.
I was thinking of my mom's birthday as opposed to her anniversary. So,
okay, so
besides, it's not it's not something we observe every year. Although I have found out in retrospect, every year on the anniversary, my folks call each other, and I think that's really sweet. Just to
on the anniversary of their wedding or
the anniversary of the pregnancy. No, of course, the wedding anniversary.
So the fact that there is only roughly 2 months, maybe a little less separation.
They had to work fast.
I wouldn't think about it. So you're really noodling it through. Goes there?
Yeah.
Are you thinking to yourself, is there any way that this could be? I
kept doing. I believe I even got out like a sheet of paper and started drawing things because it just didn't jive.
As you're doing
I was like Columbo. It's like some of this just doesn't add up, man.
As you're doing this, what's your state of mind? Are you getting a little freaked? Are you getting angry? Where's your head at when you're doing this? When you're noodling this through at the age of 24?
I want the answer. I just want to know what happened or what's up. And so I did call my father. He was working and he was in his office. And I said, hey, he said, what's up? We exchanged pleasantries. I said, hey, I was just doing some thinking with Stimpy because he knew Stimpy too. And I said, your wedding and my birthday don't really add up. and there was like a 4-beat pause. And he said, I wondered when you'd figure this out.
Did he say it like that?
Yeah.
Did he really say it that? He's more chill than you are.
He really is. He's a great dad.
Right.
But, and so
or
that's
they've had a family bet on when will Rob figure it out.
That could be as well. But then afterwards, I told my mom about figuring it out, and that's when I got all the details about it. But yeah, technically, Mike, still a bastard, and I wear it with pride.
Let's
because
play
you know
the clip.
why?
Let's
oh
play
yeah,
the
please
clip
do play
of,
the clip.
Let's
yeah.
play the clip.
Colonel.
You snotty little bastard.
Your Honor, I'd like to ask for a recess. I'd like an answer to the question, Judge.
The court will wait for an answer.
If Lieutenant Kendrick gave an order that Santiago wasn't to be touched, then why did he have to be transferred? Colonel, Lieutenant Kendrick ordered the code red, didn't he? Because that's what you told Lieutenant Kendrick to do. Object! And when it went bad, you cut these guys
I just like
loose.
the clip. That's the only reason.
Your Honor, you doctored the logbook. Damn it, Captain! You coerced the doctor.
Consider yourself in contempt.
Colonel Jessup, did you order the code red?
You don't have to answer that question.
I'll answer the question.
Okay. Anyway, I could have gone on and
Oh,
on.
think
I get
it's
so
marvelous.
captivated.
Some of it really fine.
Yes. But so he said,
In that clip
I was
is-
wondering when
and-
you'd ask. Is
yeah,
that it?
in that clip, my dad was Nicholson, right? And
Yes.
I was Tom Cruise. I just want to make sure I got it right. Yeah, and then that's when all the details came out. And you know what? It really
Were
in
you
retrospect-
angry?
No. In a way,
Oh God,
it was kind of a
different
relief.
world.
You would be angry?
Oh, yeah.
How could you be angry when they stayed together for 10 or 11 years and as man and wife and raised me? I mean, it doesn't change anything in my eyes.
They didn't stay together, right?
Yeah, but for a while they did, and they were
for
never.
a while they did.
Yeah,
no, but
and
I mean,
for a while
still,
there was
I would
no-
have been at 24. I would have been grateful for them to let me know.
Yeah, well, remember they never let me know. I figured it out. And I mean, it wasn't like it wasn't like a massive dive into microfiche at the library. It was just.
By the way,
adding up.
I admire you. I think that I wish I was more like that. I put it in my show prep today that I wanted to talk about my psychoanalysis from a guy that I played golf with yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I wish stuff didn't get on. It's a personality thing.
I think it is, and when there's
Rob
certain.
just came out with a new project out of this. Where once he solved that, it was, well, I got to figure out the movie.
That's right. Well, actually, you know what? I was telling this story years and years ago to Katie von Herman, and
Did
she
he
wanted to know the
apologize
movie.
to you?
No, why should he apologize?
Well, he
For
should
what? For giving him
apologize.
life?
Yeah.
No, for saying that he kept it from you.
No, you see, here's the thing: it's never like he came out and said, "Hey, you know what? You were born right after we got married, and we were conceived." He never tried to give the impression.
When you're talking about from 18 to 24,
Yeah.
all right. When you're talking about 6 years of being an adult,
Yeah.
with gatherings and dinners and beers and lunches and dinner, I would think that at some point the subject would have been broached. But that is the way
it would have came up. It should have came up when he was
Should have
talking
come up.
about why
Right.
he divorced your mom.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's when it would have came up.
Well,
Come
that
up.
wasn't the primary. It was the beatings. My mom was merciless to him.
Now,
And,
when did you address it with your mom after that?
I think that day. And
called
I
her
think,
too?
Yeah, and I think she was. This is a long time ago, mind you, but I kind of remember her being like a little ashamed, but also relieved that it was out. And that could just be my interpretation of how she was with it. But, as you talk about being mad, and if you think about it from my eyes and look through it from my lens, even though they split, and I joke about being from a broken home, I couldn't have had a more stable family life growing up because of extended family. And the fact that my folks were so high road, I think they still, in a way, love each other because they've been through so much together. They just weren't right together. I never saw them fight. I never saw them say a bad thing about the other person. They were just
That's a
really
primer on
good
how to handle it.
people. Yeah. And
my daughters are the exact same way. No, I didn't. Josh can agree. He's the same way with his.
Of course.
No,
of
it's
course.
hard. It's hard.
It's got to be hard. It's got to be hard. And I admire them for going through with it and making a try at it.
Did they ever discuss the reasons outside of just being young that they broke up? Because there's
no,
always
I
catalyst.
have a theory is that my dad never really got to be a young adult because at age 19 he was married. That's think about where you were at 19. You're probably a freshman in college.
But specifically, did they ever talk about the reasons?
No, and I can't remember anything happening at the time that was like that. I do remember trying to talk them into staying together back then, but now, God, we're talking, wow, like almost 50 years ago.
You're a baby.
Yeah, I was in elementary school, so near like 45.
Do you have any
years ago.
theories as to why it? Have you ever thought about it?
Yeah, I think my dad's gay.
Do you think your dad had a wandering wiener?
No, I don't. I don't
You
at
don't?
all. No.
Okay. All right.
Because you know what? In that time that they were together, and he's very straight, by the way. Not that it matters. His pronouns are he and him, Mike.
Excellent.
If you want to talk to him.
Thank you.
We had a very solid family life. I mean, I remember us being at home every night and watching TV, having dinner together, all that stuff. So I never felt the impression of them having any friction. And I think kids can be sensitive to that. You know, when there is sort of like a tension in the air or a unhappiness, I never felt that. They just seemed like, my folks.
All right, that's
And
cool.
yeah, and as far as anger, I think if you said you would be angry, I think if you rethink that, you were in my exact, you wouldn't be angry.
Let me do it.
Okay.
I'm going to rethink it.
Thank you.
I'd be pissed off. I would.
You are so Irish.
I would be so pissed off. How the F could you not tell me that? What were you thinking? Were you that embarrassed? You two suck. I am never speaking to you again. And then by the time you're dead, you're blowing spit bubbles all by yourself in the bed.
Yeah.
I would wonder what other secrets are there.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hey, there's the conspiracy theory. We'll be right back, ladies and gentlemen. Hey,
I don't think there's many secrets.
If see, that's why there are.
I know.
If you love a little drinky in the evening, but hate waking up with that awful cloudy head, I've got just the thing. I'm talking about Soul's out-of-office microdosed THC gummies. Did you know that you can buy hemp-derived THC products legally anywhere in the U.S. through our partner, Soul? Yeah, you can. Soul's new out-of-office gummies are perfectly microdosed with hemp-derived THC and CBD to give any day that chilling on the beach vibe. Out-of-office gummies give you that warm, fuzzy, euphoric microdosed feeling without sending you to the moon, Alice. You can go for a jog, watch your favorite TV show, or head out to a party, whatever. And you'd say that too.
Whatever.
Man.
Carrie and I have been through 2 batches already. We both use them, and Carrie loves them.
Yeah,
and they're fantastic.
It's the primary reason Rob never got angry at his mom and dad for
That's
having
right.
him out of wedlock.
Yeah,
they
and
taste
they
amazing.
loved pot too.
And their effect is wondrous. Microdoses of THC keep me feeling good without the anxious thoughts. Soul can help with sleeplessness, anxiety, focus, and pain. And Soul's products are grown right here in the USA, organically farmed and gluten-free. This holiday season, give the gift of Soul. Head to getsoul.com and use code TMOS for 30% off your order. That's 30% off your order using code TMOS. One last time, getsoul.com and code TMOS for 30% off, ladies and gentlemen.
And Mike, you didn't even mention how good they taste.
They're yummy.
Oh, they're so good.
Yummy, gummy, yummy, gummy, yummy.
Yummy gummies.
Yes, yummy gummies, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to love them.
All right,
now
tidbits.
listen, I'm doing a few different things today because
Like
I'm
what?
having internet issues with my router recognizing my my printer. So
You tell the printer it best recognize.
Yeah, recognize.
Recognize.
Recognize me and do it now.
Do it
now.
right now.
The Golden Globe nominees were announced yesterday, and the big story surrounds a movie you might not have even heard of. Has anybody heard of the movie Emilia Perez? Anyone?
No, I went to school with a Robert Perez. Is that the same thing?
This is the movie 10 nominations. That's a record for a movie in the comedy or music category. The previous record was held jointly by Barbie and 1972's Cabaret with 9 each. And stand by for a nomination that will tell me that the Golden Globes have now officially jumped the shark.
Well, they're the American Foreign Press. It's not a real organization as far as I can tell. But, Mike, you can't tell me that in 1972, Joel Grey was not underappreciated. They knew what they saw.
It's
72, yeah, with Minnelli and Gray and the guy that played Austin Powers' boss.
So this movie, Amelia Perez, debuted at Cannes in May. They got picked up by Netflix. It's about a drug dealer who hires an attorney to fake his death so he can transition into a woman and live as her true self.
Now, see, Mike, that sounds interesting.
Mm-hmm.
But the first line in Wikipedia is, it's a 2024 French musical crime film.
Oh,
and that gets me out.
Now, do you think it's a musical film about crime, or is it a film about musical crime?
I don't know.
It says a musical thriller. So I guess they're
Well,
singing.
Michael Jackson did a musical thriller.
Thriller. In addition to being nominated for Best Picture, Musical, or Comedy, it also earned Supporting Actress nominations for Zoe Lioness, and Selena Gomez.
I love Selena Gomez.
She's nominated on the TV side for your favorite, Only Murders in the Building. One of the year's biggest surprises, Pamela Anderson, nominated for Best Actress in a Drama for The Last Showgirl. Her competition includes Angelina Jolie, Nicole Kidman, Tilda Swinton, and Kate Winslet. This is also the second year they're giving an award for achievement at the box office, which is, I think, cool.
Yeah.
That's another way of saying best movie you've actually seen. The nominees are Wicked, The Wild Robot, Alien, Romulus, and that's one movie, by the way. Alien, Romulus, Deadpool and Wolverine, Gladiator 2, Twisters, Inside Out 2, and Beetlejuice. On the TV side, FX's The Bear. That's just all right. Enough.
I know. I've not watched the new season
yet. It ain't
yet.
that great.
No,
I've not even watched the new season.
It's not that good.
I know.
I don't get it. I mean, it's good. It's interesting, but come on. It's downer,
Are you like
downer,
me, Mike?
downer.
Are you like me that when you tune in, you want to see a live bear?
Maul the people in the kitchen.
Yeah, well, he's living in the kitchen, and the whole plot is you can't let him get into the dining room.
Got the most nods of any show with 5. Shogun and Only Murders got 4 each. Meh. Squid Game Season 2 also nominated. Wow. Golden Globes, if you want to. I have one reason to watch it, though.
Me
it
too.
airs January 5th on CBS. Nikki Glaser will host. I'm all in on that. Watch that. That'll be probably moving up from the Ricky Gervais days. That similar type of attitude.
She is really fearless, and
she's a roast comic.
She's a roast comic, but also there's very seldom a very sexy woman that can pull off comedy, and I find her very appealing. I think that helps.
All right. Okay.
And you don't.
Go to that creep line.
Jesus Christ. All right. Jay-Z is
Speaking
denying
of which,
the new legal claim that he and Diddy drugged and raped a 13-year-old girl back in 2000. But true or not, the allegation may already be having an effect on his wife's career. Beyonce is planning a huge tour next year, and she's supposed to do the halftime show of the Texans-Ravens game on Christmas Day. And now there's speculation that the lawsuit could blow her plans out of the water, even if nothing gets canceled. This will surely cast a dark cloud on everything she's got coming up. The sexual assault allegedly occurred during an MTV VMA after party in New York on September 7th of 2000, and the plaintiff says there was an unnamed female celebrity in the room when it happened. Nobody's saying it was Beyonce. She and Jay-Z weren't even dating at the time.
was it Chrissy Metz?
They had just met that year when she was 18 and he was 30. In a 2013 interview, Beyonce said they didn't actually start dating until a year and a half later. So we'll have to wait and see. But,
is there a statute of limitations on those crimes? Because I'm wondering that it's awfully close to 25 years that this stuff is coming out, and I'm wondering if they waited to the last minute.
When it comes to civil action, probably nay.
Is Beyonce's sister okay with all of this?
What's her name?
Solange.
Thank you for that. Chris Rock stormed off the stage in the middle of a rich guy gig over the weekend, and it may have been because someone was recording him. So you can't report? You can't record me? What? Somebody got that player on. Turn it on, that camera. Get that camera.
That player.
Rock.
Turn off that player.
The player. It's the tossed salad man. Rock was doing a set at a Christmas party thrown by billionaire Anthony Pratt. He had just told this joke, quote, "Our new push will be out of space. We'll put all the Mexicans on the rockets." Yeah.
Wow.
Then he apparently saw something that upset him, and he bailed, and he never came back. A witness says that on his way out, he was shouting about how he, quote, wasn't supposed to be taped, videoed, reported, or whatever else he wasn't supposed to have happen. After he left Keith Urban, man, this is quite a private party for the billionaire.
These people that billionaires and corporate entities throw, I've read about the money they pay for like one set from a comic.
Pretty amazing.
It's insane.
Keith Urban took the stage, performed for an hour and a half. Yeah, I can't play country music.
Keith Urban did the tossed salad bit, too.
We don't need Keith Urban. We need the tossed salad man. So there's that. Sorry, Chris, but I wonder if he got his money. Traveling through the airports can involve a lot of uncontrollable variables, I'll say. So many people slip into a treat-yourself mode that ignores diets, fitness, and other normal routines.
Cost.
It's kind of like anything goes. The idea is expanding that to cope with everyday annoyances. So if you have regular things going badly, go into airport mode. If someone feels overwhelmed or exhausted with regular life, they announce airport rules are in effect. And that clears the way for eating pizza for breakfast, having a drink in the middle of the day, caffeine and energy drinks at any time, and comfortable clothes like pajamas are fair game. In one video, someone explains, money means nothing and time of day means nothing. This trend apparently started around Election Day, but as we head into the holidays, it could definitely have some legs. I had a little airport mode last night. I'm driving home from Happy Valley, and Carla says, can you get supplies at the grocery store? I'm not a big grocery store fan. But
Are you like this like prepper stuff that you need, like rope and
No, this is
wood?
Empty kitchen stuff, right?
Oh, okay,
This
that kind of supplies. Okay.
And I
Groceries,
pick
not
up bread, milk, eggs, that type of thing. And
Toilet paper.
Ready for a snowstorm.
It was requested that I get cereal. And the O'Meras have been eating we've been eating cereal.
Well, it's you know what? It's great and it's convenient and it's so good for you.
Very delicious. I get if you're keeping this is exactly the cereal that I decided to buy. I thought it was a good idea because it's convenient. People like it. It's got a nice sugary flavor. And who doesn't like a nice, warm bowl of cereal? So, as I turn down the cigarette aisle, not the cigarette, the cereal aisle.
And
Sorry,
people don't know that in Florida they
I'm making
still
it up
have,
as I go along.
Right.
in Florida they still have cigarette aisles.
Yeah, it's the same aisle as the cereal.
Raisin Bran.
Yes.
I'll try to go in order of
Oh, I love Raisin Bran because Mike, you'll
and
S
they're not
your brains
healthy.
out.
None of them are healthy.
Well, Raisin Bran's okay.
No, Raisin Bran is not healthy either. Raisin Bran, Captain Crunch with Crunch Berries, Frosted Flakes,
Strong.
and Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Mike,
Some of
that's
the
your winner
worst
right there. Cinnamon Toast Crunch is the best cereal that's being made
Yes.
in the mainstream right now. It's
What do
great.
hear?
I
hear
agree.
Something. Here. Hello? Thought I heard something.
It was my father sneaking in.
So it's
Mike, do you know if you
cereal.
go to Cost Company, you can get a double box of Cinnamon Toast Crunch with 2 bags in one box.
It's fabulous cereal.
And it's a
Truly
great
is.
bargain. It's a bargain.
So anyway, in one video says it means nothing, time of day, nothing. The trend apparently started around Election Day, but as we head into the holidays, it could definitely have it. Like
Yeah,
I had 2
trend has
bowls
been
of
around
cereal
for
last night.
Mike. That trend has been around for a million years. And when I drank, they talk about it's okay to have a drink in the middle of it. It's okay to have a drink first thing in the morning in an airport.
Here's the thing about cereal, though. I have to say, hopped on the scale this morning because I knew that I'd kind of gone astray. 2 bowls of cereal does not equal weight gain. I'm happy to say. If you're not,
Did
if
you
you're
drink the
behaving.
milk?
I had
But how did 4 go?
the 4th bowl. I ate it dry. Dry. You'll eat it
We're gonna do it dry.
We'll eat it dry. We'll eat it dry right now.
But that, Josh, is Bill O'Reilly at breakfast time.
Rob, do you have my John Tesh music standing by?
I do, as a matter of fact. Give me
I
one
think
moment.
every day as we lead up to our holiday break, we have to play a A John Tesh story here.
Yes, I agree.
A poll by Brock's found candy canes are definitely a tradition. 90% agree. But now we're more likely to use them as decorations than as food. 60% use candy canes as decorations. 58% say sometimes they eat them as a treat. And 10% shove them right up their ass.
No,
I'm
you
sorry,
can't
no.
do that, John.
Overall, we're pro candy cane, though. 80% feel nostalgia for them. 77% would describe them as refreshing. And 75% would even say delicious. Just over half of people say peppermint is their preferred holiday flavor. And hello, morons, you can do both. Put them on the tree and eat them. And
that's true.
Kudos to my wife, who bought the Skittles-flavored candy canes.
Oh,
that
no.
never made it to the tree.
Yeah.
They did not.
I think candy canes should be the flavor that they are. They should be peppermint. And calling them a food is ridiculous. They're not a food. They're a candy
Rob
cane.
Spiewak, as John Tesh always says, blow it out your ass.
If they're not food, you might as well buy some out of like glass that you can just reuse every year.
Well, I do have some glass candy canes on my tree, but I did buy a box of Brock's brand candy canes yesterday because the tree looked a little barren without them. So I
put them on the tree and then wait and see how many are left on Christmas.
It's also a really hard. It's a hard candy to eat because of the shape, and if you try to keep the plastic on it while you eat it, it's always going to be sticky.
Never
keep
it.
Sticky.
Never keep the plastic on. And by the way, ladies and gentlemen, this final story will have a Rob Spiewak impression at the very end. Are you ready?
Excellent. Yeah, good.
Some men married to Taylor Swift fans cannot deal with their wives' unwavering love for the pop star, and it can lead to blow-up fights, tears, and ultimately, we've been talking about it a lot on the show today, divorce.
Yes.
As the scorned Swifties feel empowered by the pop star's breakup anthems. Here's an example. Her name is Kristen Collins. She's 41. She said her ex-husband couldn't cope with her devotion to Taylor Swift and even blamed the songstress for the bad blood during their 9-year marriage. Here's her quote. Go ahead. Let's hear the quote, Rob.
Oh, I didn't.
No, what the lady said.
The lady said.
As I became more outspoken in our relationship about my feelings, her music was often blamed. Like maybe I was listening to too much Taylor Swift, she said, and ruminating about our problems. In 2021, she filed for divorce and has since renewed her vows to Swift, seeing the girlfriend of Chief star Travis Kelce in concert multiple times. There's another woman named Sarah. Yeah. She officially walked out on her husband in January. In June, her friends surprised her with a post-divorce trip to Swift's Eras Tour in London. This is what that lady said. She said, she played the smallest man who ever lived. And man, I shouted it at the top of my lungs. I had tears streaming down my face. It was painful, but it was so healing at the same time, she said.
Healing.
Thank you. Now he does it. Now he does it at the end. That's good. That's it. That's the story. We'll take a break.
Let's
we'll come
do a
back
promo
with,
here, Mike, if that's
okay.
okay.
A promo coming. That's exciting.
Thank you.
Good timing. We'll have a little promo, and then a little something, and then a little something right here. You're listening to the Mike O'Mara Show to Whoa, 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 Whoa.
Hey, chum, you won't be glum when you listen to the latest bonus show. Take it from this fella.
Oh, I think it's marvelous. Some of it really fine.
The boys lay down some tips to have a marvelous holiday.
Don't do blow and think it's blow when it's heroin. That's a really good way to get an overdose. That's
Don't drink when you're pregnant. This is what we're teaching.
And Mike shares some tall tales of his college years.
I had 3 ribbons on my wiener.
Plus, it just wouldn't be Christmas without a miracle, and this one happens in the Sunshine State.
Hey, the Xfinity guy's outside.
I'm kind of excited he's here. And don't forget to give the gift of a few yuckity yucks when you spend your bucks at the store at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Gift some for Dad now.
It's you.
Jim Amato does Bing Crosby. Might be my favorite impression of the holiday
Are you
season.
sure that wasn't AI Bing Crosby?
Pretty incredible.
Sounded like it. A lot like him.
Some of that promo was really fine. Tis the season to win the coveted Spiewak fruitcake. This isn't your average Claxton, not the ones that Rob told us you get at the hardware store. It's the next dimension. Time is running out. Only 2 fruitcakes remain for your bidding. You can easily bid at MikeO'MaraShow.com. Look in the store. And if you can't stand the suspense, try our easy buy it now option. That's where you just C-block everybody that's bidding. You know the eBay drill. You don't be a piker, okay? Biker. Step up right now and take a chance on a fruitcake so delightful your taste buds will send you a thank you note. It's a secret recipe known by so few people. Twitch took the secret to his grave. Handmade with love and care and holiday magic. We'll have another winner this Thursday. Plus, here's the best part. Portion of the purchase price will be donated to the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society. So the more you bid, the more we give to LLS. That's how it works. And that will truly make you feel merry this holiday season. Bid with confidence. Bid with confidence. 2 more. And that's all she wrote, Pachango. Irish coffee, not included.
It's a good pairing right there, Irish coffee and fruitcake. Mike, I got several of them landed yesterday. The winners that got theirs. And I got effusive messages from both of them talking about how happy they are with them and how great they are this year. Oh. So it's very exciting. Man. Anything in your mailbox yet, Mike?
Oh, that tells me one's coming. I'm excited. I'll let you know as soon as it arrives.
More than one. You get the ultra preferred treatment this year.
Oh, I am so excited. Thank you, Rob Spiewak. I appreciate that.
And I sent Josh a slice.
That's fine. It'll be up on eBay this afternoon.
There you go. He's not a fruitcake guy. He's made that indelibly clear to us. Ray Romano.
Going to try it tomorrow.
You're going to try it. Very
cool.
good. Ray Romano in the news for Rob Spiewak. He brought Ray Romano. I love Ray Romano. Hey, come on, Raymond.
He always seemed like a regular guy.
There you go, Mom. Come on.
And you interviewed him when Raymond was in its 2nd season out at Television City. Mm-hmm. And he was the most unpretentious, nicest, big celebrity ever. However, I wonder if he has some sort of project coming because he's sort of Tom Hanksing us.
Okay, what's the deal with Raymond?
I always, Mike, every morning the first thing I do is I go to People magazine and I still take the hard copy. I don't download it.
Absolutely.
Ray Romano says, I'm forcing myself to rewatch all 9 seasons of Everybody Loves Raymond, and I like it.
Wow, are they releasing it somewhere?
I'm guessing he's trying to get his streaming numbers up because the whole story is, this is the quote, and it's so bad. He says, I was quite critical of it 20 years ago, but now that I look back on it, it's pretty good. I appreciated it. He says he happened upon it while he was looking at his streaming service.
Yeah, here's the deal. I think that the great ones, and Ray Romano, Everybody Loves Raymond counts, in my opinion, as one of the top sitcoms.
I think maybe the last truly great sitcom, maybe.
It really, and the great ones like Seinfeld, Cheers, they hold up.
They do. They really do. The Office.
The whole concept, and Seinfeld did this, the show about nothing, is exactly what it's about. It's so simple. It's like great cooking. It's like a great interviewer. It's like if you keep it simple, stupid. If you try to make it, I'll give you an example, and I don't always use an excuse to bash Fallon, but Jimmy Fallon's show is just so many bells and whistles and BS.
Yeah, no substance. No substance.
Just there's no. If you keep it simple and then you cast it. There are 2 things. You cast it well, and then you keep it simple. The formula's simple, and you don't overthink the comedy. Look at the cast members of Seinfeld. Look at the cast members of Everybody Loves Raymond. Brad Garrett. You've got
Doris Roberts.
Doris Roberts, and who was the guy that
Peter
played
Boyle.
his father? Peter Boyle.
And even like In-Laws, and when they brought in Robert's fiance, they were on Patty Heaton too, Mike.
It even survived Patty Heaton, in my humble opinion.
Well, I don't know. I think as you look back, and Raymond will tell you that as you look back is better than you remember it. And Mike, this just in, he made this quote at the premiere of his new Netflix show, No Good Deed. So yes, he is releasing something. So he wants you to watch his new show and, of course, stream all the old Raymonds. Well, and Mike, here's the thing that makes me mad. Is after every episode he watches, he assigns it a percentage grade.
Really? On the scale of all of them?
Yep. From 1 to 100. He said he claims he never watched the show when it was on, and we know that's a lie.
No. See, I disagree with that.
I think that's true.
I think that's absolutely true. I think that that would be, I wouldn't. If I'm doing a sitcom, I wouldn't want to watch myself. I really wouldn't. I have never, you would have to pin me down, tie me down to have me watch anything old that I did on video.
Even
Anything.
commercials?
No, commercials I would do. Commercials, because it's online, I do watch that Merchant's Tire commercial where I played the fat guy.
I
Shocker.
like that one.
Fat guy.
Mike, he's at the end of season 1. Here is his grading system that he's given himself and his show.
Okay.
He had 4 or 5 96s. That's the highest grade he gave, a 96%. I don't know why he's discounting at 4%, but he had a couple of 72s and 73s. But by the way, those are still passing grades.
All right, well, good luck to him. What's the new show called?
It is called No Good Deed.
No Good Deed.
And also he has a new...
Wait, hold on. What, Josh?
He's one step away from making his own watch podcast.
Hey, is it, by the way, I saw somebody online say, is it true that Rob's got like a 5-second delay?
No. That was a poor edit I did on.
Thank
on
God.
Cold Medicine last.
Because I certainly think he's engaged with what I'm saying right now in real time. I just want to make sure.
Except for when we needed the impression. There was a 5-second delay there.
That's it. Look,
I'm going to do a 5-second delay before I start calling you guys a-holes.
All right, we're going to take a break. When we come back, Josh and I both want to talk TV and movies. Reco from Josh and a comment on a smash hit television show that I'm watching again for me.
Is it called No Good Deed with Ray Romano?
Ray Romano, No Good Deed. Thank you for the plug again, Rob. I sincerely appreciate it. Don't I, Robert?
Yes, you do, Raymond. Boy, I tell you, I love Legacy Box, and you should too.
Yes.
If you got tons of stuff in your attic, in your garage, in a closet, an old closet full of old videotapes, photos, memories that you really like to share with the family, maybe people that have never seen them this Christmas, Better Homes and Gardens called Legacy Box the most sentimental gift to give this holiday season. There has never been a better time to preserve your past with Legacy Box. Convert your media to digital copies, get them all done, and then bring them to the Christmas gathering and
the best.
Show them to the family.
Yeah.
They'll always be protected from floods, mold, even the decay of time. Send in your Legacy Box filled with your old VHS tapes, camcorder tapes, and pictures. Their team professionally digitizes everything by hand. They do it in the United States, and you'll get it back on the cloud or thumb drive along with your originals. Think of all the Christmas mornings you recorded. Relive those with the family this holiday season with Legacy Box. But my son is 11 years old, and he right now is extremely fascinated, not just with real history, which he loves, but also the history of the family. And, just obsessed with how elderly his father is. You can now preserve the video of
look
Rob
at that, Mike.
tenderly kissing his repaired jukebox. Oh, sweet. I finally got a closer look at your repairman, Pinball Paul.
Yeah.
He's good. He looks
Mike,
healthy.
I found out that for most of his career, he worked as a contractor for Chuck E. Cheese.
That's exciting.
Fixing all of their mechanical games and figures.
Yeah, before they killed the children.
That's right.
You've heard about Legacy Box all year, but now's the best time to digitize your memories. Hurry. This $9 deal won't last long. Head to legacybox.com/TMOS for early access to our best deal of the year. Don't wait. Secure your digitized memory by Christmas at legacybox.com/TMOS. That's legacybox.com/TMOS.
Is it, Mike? You'll agree with me. I think one of the greatest things about those old tapes that you have digitized is watching a kid watch themselves when they're little.
I love it.
And it's just fascinating. And it's
great.
the most adorable thing in the world. So
Josh, you wanted to tell us about a reco. You were concerned that it might have been released a while ago, but it actually wasn't. It was released in December, right?
Yeah, I found it was the trailer date I was looking at earlier.
Okay.
There's lots of bad Christmas movies out there right now.
I've watched them all.
Yeah, Rob and I have commiserated on them.
Okay.
But right now, I watched a good movie yesterday.
Was it a Christmas movie or was it a regular movie?
No, it's a thriller horror movie.
Oh, hello.
I thought it was a French musical horror thriller.
Oh, that's the one that got
I'll avoid
nominated.
that.
Oh, okay. Perez.
It's called Subservience.
Ooh,
and
nice.
It's Megan Fox starring in this.
Okay.
And she's
A
as
knockout.
Megan Fox as you would like her to be.
That answers that question for me. Thank you very much.
She plays a AI like robot nanny.
Oh, I'm in. That's all you need to say. That's it. I'm in.
She will do whatever it takes to keep her owner happy.
Really?
Hey now.
That's spectacular. Hey, how about that, huh?
But it's called Subservience. I think in the South, Mike, they're releasing it under the name Robot Nanny.
Yeah, sir, lay that out at the old non-denominational gathering this weekend.
Like any sci-fi movie, it's got its issues.
Yeah.
But it's very enjoyable.
How is it on the leave the credibility at home scale? Do you have to suspend disbelief a little bit to watch this?
No.
Okay.
No, you're fine. It takes place
Did it
in
make
the
you want to
future
hire? Did it make you want to hire a nanny?
Oh, I'll go buy that Megan Fox robot today.
Megan Fox. Me too. I feel the same way about her. And by the way, those days are not far away when it comes to technology. I think we are going to have robotics in homes that do a lot of things.
I thought, Mike, you were commenting on the career arc of Megan Fox becoming a nanny when you said that day is not far away.
By the way, I do believe that. Now, listen. I know everybody's going to say love slaves, all that type of thing. But I think really for household tasks, I'll give you a great example. Getting up to get something, right?
Yeah.
And don't we, or we do it now with questions with Alexa, and we say that. And by the way, sorry for people that are listening to this very loudly. Hey, Alexa.
Hey, Alexa, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up, turn it up.
Stop. Let me do it. Capto interrupto. God. Hey, Alexa, tell me Megan Fox's measurements. See if it did it anywhere in this house. I don't know. We'll see what happens on yours at home. It should be great.
No, the selling point of the idea of a home robot is in the movie when the house is a mess, he drops the kid off school and comes home and the house is perfectly clean. That's what you want a robot for.
You see, Josh is at the age where he's past the sexual part. Now he just wants the clean house.
I don't think you can ever be past the sexual.
That part comes later in the movie.
Oh,
good.
It's there for you, Rob.
What's the title again?
Subservience.
I can't wait.
I think it came on Netflix over the weekend. So check it out.
Sometimes twice.
Real quick, for you as well as me, you Yellowstone fans out there, I have to say, look, I understand Kevin Costner was written off the show. I understand they knocked him off like in the first episode of part 2 of season 5. I also understand enough with the depression.
Oh, boy.
Enough with the depression. Okay, this is my just sending this out. Now, I realize I don't know what I've read. They now are leaving open the door for the continuation to a certain extent of the ranch. I don't know. I haven't read enough about it, what the plans are for Yellowstone, whether it's dead and buried completely or whether they might make another go of it. But I will say this. With John Dutton, the character played by the great Kevin Costner for years and years and years, it is, I think they've handled it with a great deal of skill. But then when they bumped off one of the ranch hands and you have that depression on top of it, it really was. And now you're selling off all the items on the ranch. It's just a trifecta of pure depression that I think, and by the way, depression's fine, but you know what's better on television?
Though.
Revenge is better.
Yeah, you're right.
Revenge always trumps depression. So my advice to the people on Yellowstone, I certainly hope in the next episode, and you have to wait all week again to get it, please bring on the revenge. That's what
you think it's
I'm
coming?
waiting for. It's coming.
Okay, good.
Oh, it's got to be coming.
Now, you see, I've tried Yellowstone a few times, and it doesn't appeal to me. And there's a million episodes going back. But I did watch the first episode.
Kind of a guy's thing.
Yeah, well, that's why I hate it, Mike. Don't think those go over my head. I know exactly where you're going.
I wasn't trying to send it over your head.
Mike,
I get it. It's a man's kind of thing. It really is. It's kind of there's a scene last night where Taylor Sheridan himself is featured in the scene where they go down.
He's getting backlash.
About the horse training thing where he's got the women in the pool?
He's getting backlash for bringing a model onto the show to be his girlfriend on the show.
Oh, really? Yeah. Oh, my. Well, I say yay to Taylor. Why not?
Boy, everybody? Mike, you sure are a manly man watching Yellowstone.
Yes, sirree, Mangina. Tell me all about it. Yes, sirree.
But the thing that I want is I watched the episode where they killed off Kevin Costner. Did you think it was I have a tape of it. Do you think it was handled poorly?
I think it was handled as well as they could with the circumstances they had with Kevin Costner bailing. I mean, I think they had no choice.
It seemed. Can I play the tape? It just seemed a little ham-handed to me.
Let's listen to it, all right? I knew he was going to do that.
I know, you played into it.
15 days for Christmas shopping.
15 days
to fill the stocking.
15 days
for Christmas shopping.
Only got 15 more. Mike.
All right.
Hi there.
Have you done your Christmas shopping? You better hurry up or you'll be sorry.
That's one of the
even
best
like
ones.
us talking about it, Josh. Eliza does not even like us talking about Yellowstone.
Mike, but you see, here, how about this? I love Landman. And it
Okay.
shares some ingredients.
It does.
I just don't
100%.
like. I don't like the. I just don't like Yellowstone. I don't know what it is. I didn't like. Go ahead, Josh.
I can
I'm sorry.
understand because I watched the first season of Yellowstone, and then I bailed. It didn't capture me. It didn't excite me. Where
I
Landman,
can't tell you why
am
I
all
like
the
it.
way in.
Yeah, it's fun. It's a lot of fun.
And have you noticed that PBS is showing Swan Lake a lot, and it's just great.
Thank you. All right, but look, Beth Dutton. We get a lot of Beth Dutton in the last episode.
Mhm.
I understand that Taylor Sheridan will get the blowback, but he has the gratuitous, lovelies on
Yeah.
camera, and I'm okay with that. I'm okay. It's a TV show, all right? Don't beat the guy up. Don't beat the guy up all the time. And I understand that he skews a little right. I get it. He does to a certain extent, but I think he's balanced in that regard. As people, by the way, online accusing me of slipping into the land of the right. No, I'm really not. No. Maybe I am. But
The girl that he hired to play his girlfriend, is she also
I thought she was an
balanced?
actress. I thought she was an actress.
Bella Hated.
Oh, Bella Hadid.
Hadid, yeah.
There we go. It was.
I
her.
was wondering if that was Bella Hadid, and I
Yep.
thought she did a decent job of. By the way,
a decent job of playing strip poker.
I think, but she had a line. She had lines with Beth Dutton, and I will say Bella Hadid.
Yeah.
By the way, model actress is not a term that's unheard of.
You're right.
Okay, is Taylor Sheridan really getting crap for hiring Bella Hadid to be in
think
that?
because of making her his girlfriend in the show.
Awesome. Wouldn't you if you could? Right.
I have, Mike. I do have a tape of
It's
Bella
not the
Hadid.
first time we've heard
All right,
it.
let's-
For all your Oriental rug cleaning needs, just one call to
Bella.
Hadid. If
Bella Hadid.
you stand on it,
We stand behind it.
We stand behind it. Here's the best part. I think he's still in business, Joe. Joe Buddy.
Really? Is
I
he?
think so. Yeah.
I'd have to. I hear from Jay Rosenberg occasionally, so I'll have to ask whether he's still.
He's well, Mike. If you have an old rug that needs to be rejuvenated,
yes,
or as I like to say, rejuvenated, that's the place to go.
Yeah, I believe my friend Jay Rosenberg is over in Miami. Shocker. Anyway, we have to take a break. When we come back, it's some beautiful video.
We have
ladies
beautiful video here today,
gentlemen, and more fun and more thrills. What's that movie, Recco, again, that I'll be watching tonight?
Subservience.
Subservience with Megan Fox playing
Yes.
Robot Nanny. Oh my
Robot
God.
Nanny movie.
Robot Nanny movie. Oh my God. Am I really 65? I don't think so. Hey, everybody, listen up. Don't miss out. It's the 2024 Mike O'Mara Show Christmas ornament. Your house will look extra festive. By the way, all the decorations on the tree now at the O'Mara household. We are
You got the
very
tree done
excited.
finally.
My wife did. Got to give her full credit. I had
Great.
nothing to do with it. It was done when I came home. Now, that's the little one, right? That's
Yeah.
the
That's
little
the little
mini. Pull it back towards your face so we see how tiny it is.
Yep.
Look at that.
Bump it on your
Hey.
forehead.
Put it in your mouth. No, anyway. Your house will look extra
That's
festive
from
when you
Subservience.
when you deck the halls with us. You can bring holiday cheer to every American with this mini replica of the iconic TMOS campfire mug, which is another great keepsake.
It is.
Display them both side by side, big and small, just like Jiminy Cricket and Pinocchio. So give a little whistle and always let your conscience be your guide. It's perfect for decorating the tree, the office, or any place that needs a touch of show spirit. It comes with a short piece of twine, so it's ready to hang.
I
You wanna
changed
hang
that
with
read
us?
for you, Mike.
Yeah, ad comes stand. Thank you. Little things. Once again, Mike O'Mara sweating things that don't matter. Why are you calling it a what did you
A
call it
loop
before?
ready for hanging.
Regular for hanging loop.
Custom loop.
Custom loop. That's what you called it. It comes standard in a Holly Jolly gift box that you can eat. Get one for yourself and for a loved one. Act fast. Supplies are extremely limited. Make your set complete. Remember to buy your 2024 TMOS Christmas ornament at MikeO'MaraShow.com. And not only makes a great shot glass, you can use it with water and a full packet of liquid IV for a very strong lemon lime experience.
It's
a
Mike,
slurry.
It's tangy. It really
Lemon
is.
lime slurry you can eat. It's a real piss missile. The TMOS holiday mug is non-denominational, so it can never offend, which is nice. Isn't it nice? I think so. It's nice. All right, play your thing. We're ready. Take it away.
Piss missile.
Piss
Hey,
missile,
I like
slurry.
that. Some beautiful video.
Oh, Dan Ingram. So none of us, as far as I can tell, are going to be doing any air travel over the holidays. Is that the case?
God, yes.
Okay, good. But Josh, don't you have like unlimited tickets? Can't you fly anywhere you want?
Yeah, you want a visitor?
No, I don't want a visitor. Well, yeah, you know what? Feel free. Come on up.
Should I hand deliver the fruitcakes?
Yeah.
I think that would be nice. I mean, all he has to do is call. What was the name of the airline again? Was it Frontier?
Frontier.
Yeah, Mike, he can fly anywhere on Frontier for the next 11 months. It's great.
That's really cool.
I think till
like
February.
All right. Yeah.
Well,
get out there and get a good vacay in there.
Yeah, you know what? Valentine's Day is really going to be something. But if you're stuck on a plane, and I think that we've all probably experienced delays. The worst delay ever is when I was trying to fly to France. They kept us on the tarmac for 7 hours and then deplaned us and sent us to a hotel. It was horrible. But
I forgot that. Wow.
But what if someone is kind enough on your plane to help do something to entertain you? This would make me so uncomfortable, and it's so cringy. This guy thought that what they needed to do was go into the overhead compartment, pull out his saxophone, and entertain. And no reaction from the other audience.
Well,
Look.
it's mediocre remedial
Yeah, it's horrible.
sax playing.
Here's the good part.
Oh, they're getting into it now.
But that's the most non-committal singing I've ever heard.
At least it's Christmas music.
Now, does he do multiples?
All they posted was Jingle Bells. So what I envision in my head, Mike, is there was probably a 4-hour delay, and he played Jingle Bells 87 times because that's probably all he knows.
You know what I can't get out of my head? I think it would be really entertaining if the AI Megan Fox nanny stood up and entertained the crowd some way. That I don't know what's wrong with me. So I mean, look, if you don't look, you die. That's it. That's all I can say about it. You know?
And I can't talk about Nikki Glaser at all?
Well, I mean, it's the context.
That movie ended last night, and I said to my wife, Michael loved that movie.
I don't know whether to be happy or sad about that.
Yeah.
I really do.
He finished the movie and he turned to his wife. He said, Rob's a bastard. So
stop beating yourself up, boy.
Thank you, boy, dear. Here's something that has always troubled me. Do you go through the exercise of putting your phone in airline mode or airplane mode when you fly?
Very rarely. I'm not proud of that, but I should do it more often, but I don't. Actually,
It's
I
not
forget,
as
really.
bad as they used to tell us, but there's still a reason.
This is just a friendly PSA that the airplane mode button on your phone is not a conspiracy. So if you forget to put your phone on airplane mode, no, it's not the end of the world. The plane will not fall out of the sky, and it won't even mess with the systems on board. However, it does have the potential to mess with the headsets. If you have an aircraft with 70, 80, 150 people on board, and even 3 or 4 people's phones start to try to make a connection to a radio tower for an incoming phone call, it sends out radio waves. There's the potential that those radio waves can interfere with the radio waves of the headset that the pilots are using. Last night in San Francisco, we had pushed off the gate, we were talking to the rampers, we disconnected from the tug, started the engines, and then once we got the plane turned around, we started headed towards the taxiways, and I called up ground to get our clearance as to which direction we had to go. And as soon as we start getting the directions, there's like this really annoying buzz going through the headset, and it kind of sounds like there's a mosquito in my ear. Like I said, it's not end of the world, but it's definitely pretty annoying when you're trying to copy down instructions, and it sounds
So
yeah, I'm
there's
done.
a
I'm
reason.
down with it. Then I'm going to remember because you know what? That's the best explanation I have ever heard of it, and that's a guy
thought you'd like
I
that,
paid
yeah.
attention to. He's just chill, and that's very cool. I like that.
The other thing that can mess with the airline's radio is that guy's forehead. So watch out for that.
I love that explanation. I think that was really cool. I like.
All right,
that.
this
It's
to
way
me,
better than trying to tell us the plane's going to crash.
yeah, which is really what they were talking about in days of old. You know who the first person to violate that on a regular basis was? Charlie Broyhill.
Yeah, well, he would have his.
He loved his gadgets
during takeoff.
Yes,
with Charlie Brown, when the whole headphones attached to the phone thing came into existence, he would love to say, "Well, what do you mean?"
Yeah,
and he knew somebody was going to talk to him, and you'd say, "I didn't mean anything." And he'd point to the headphones.
I know.
That was his big thing. That he's like
you know
having
what?
another
He was.
conversation.
You always flatter me, Mike. You say I'm fun to travel with.
Mm-hmm.
Charlie was not.
No.
And so what he's a former producer of our show, Josh. And what I used to do is I would talk to the flight attendants and have them welcome him to different cities because it drove him crazy on landing.
Yeah, he hated it.
He really did. We want to say welcome to Charlie Broyhill to Houston, Texas.
He'd look at Rob, bastard.
And I'd be
I like
drunk.
that. I thought you were getting them to say the wrong city.
No.
The wrong city's fun also.
That's
By
also
the way,
fun.
we used to play the PA game also.
Oh,
in
yeah.
in the airports, Major Woody,
Yes.
huge erection, that type of thing.
Red courtesy phone.
Yeah, even when
There's
I'm with
fun
my
videos-
family. Yeah. Mhm.
There's fun videos now going around of the Peloton trainers because they always praise the leaderboard.
Yeah.
And people are making names up to get the Peloton people to say inappropriate names.
Can you possibly bring one of those in for us tomorrow?
I'll
I
bring
would
one
love that.
tomorrow.
Thank you
I
so
like
much.
that. I like that.
appreciate
And Mike, let's close with this. I think a lot of people have been giving me a little bit of a bad feeling because they say I'm making fun of Dolly too much and the way
Yep.
she talks now.
Yes, I agree. I'm
Now-
one of those people.
I agree.
Yes.
I love Dolly, I do, but she needs to get some polygrip or maybe
Oh,
even
no, so you go and
super
do it again. You
Polygrip.
go and do it.
No, but I take it, Mike, because sometimes polygrip's not enough. You got to go super.
This is terrible.
But
What
let's
now?
go back, Mike, 30 years. And this is amazing. I ran into this clip just because Dolly is still happening. She is right now trying to cast a Broadway musical based on her, a jukebox musical. They're trying to find someone to play her. So she's still in the news. 30 years ago, she was the top 10 list topic on Letterman. And I want you to see Dolly 30 years ago, and she hasn't changed that much.
Okay.
These are the top 10 things that annoy Dolly Parton. And I think we pick it up at about number 5 here. Look at Dave. Just messing with his hair. Now, all this time they've got Dolly on satellite.
There, it's like my goofy cousin is hosting the show tonight. Hello, I'm Dave's cousin Kenny. Dave was smoking a cigar and had to go home early. So Dave asked, could I fill in? Oh, man, where the hell are we? Have we done all 10 yet? Number 5.
A rhinestone rash.
Yeah, okay. Number 4. Number 4.
Okay.
Go ahead.
You ready?
Let's just go home, Dolly. Number 4.
Okay, when he visits Dollywood gift shops, Garth Brooks always shoplifts stuff under that big hat of his. Yeah, let's go home.
It's Letterman's fault.
Yeah.
Just 3
Dolly
more.
been smoking her own self. Number 3.
Okay, smart-ass MCs who introduced me by saying, and now here they are, Dolly Parton.
Number 2.
When the Super Bowl is over, winner never says, hey, I'm going to Dollywood.
That's right. And now, the number 1 Dolly Parton pet peeve.
Nobody notices I've got a great ass, too.
I just like that. And you know what, Dolly, you are great. And
There you go. That's
I think
good.
she's sensational. Has been forever. So there you go.
All right. Fantastic, Dolly. We got to get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode. More fun and more thrills as we are chock-a-block with Christmas spirit on this show, ladies and gentlemen. And I'll try to fix my printer. And that usually is a code for take a dump. But this time my printer really is
And also,
broken.
Mike, this Christmas season, remember those who have parents who are unmarried.
Don't be a bastard, Rob.
Too late.
We'll see you tomorrow. For Rob Spiewak and Josh Soroka, Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Gary Krimble, folk.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
The power of Christ compels you! The power of Christ compels you!
I say that in all due respect to women, and I love women.
That Exorcist tape is my favorite.